Hey, it's me, Vicky Marie, and happy St. Patrick's Day to all of you. And I'm on total makeshift St. Patrick's Day today. Um, First thing I need to say is I could not find Guinness. Can you believe it? Oh my God. So, this is what I've got instead of Guinness, which is nothing like Guinness, but is about the closest. I've got a Copperberg. I've got Copperberg cider, which is nothing like Guinness, I know. But trying to get Guinness, I forgot, I should have got it yesterday because today there's no shops open except the little shops in my village and they haven't got any Guinness. And oh my God, it was so funny this morning. So I'm going in there's a couple of little supermarkets in my village and I'm going, have you got any Guinness? And they're going, Guinness? Guinness? Guinea, and then they're shouting over to somebody else who works there. Tenemos Guinea? Guinea, ¿qué es Guinea? Like, and I'm going, Guinness. It's, an Irish drink. Today's St. Patrick's Day. Obviously I'm saying it to them in Spanish. And actually the last supermarket that I went in, they did at least understand what I meant by St. Patrick's Day. They're going, dear de Saint Patrick, Santo Patrick, St. Patrick. Guinea. And then he sent me round the corner and said, oh yeah, tenemos Guinea. And it wasn't Guinness, it was Strongbow. So that's how much Spanish people know about Guinness. So I ended up with Copperberg, which was really expensive as well. I think it was about €2.60 a can, which is like, you could have a bottle of wine for that. Anyway, cheers. No Guinea at the moment. Couldn't get any Guinness. But anyway, then my hat, let me just put the music down. So trying to find something Irish. So this is literally the only green thing that I own. To me, I was brought up to the green was unlucky. It was always a superstitious colour. Green was unlucky. So I have nothing green at all, except this. So I'm wearing this. I've got this red. I've been on the roof today. I've been sunbathing. And I've got my red and green shamrocks, which I made myself. So I deserve a Blue Peter badge, I think, for making this hat. So I made the shamrocks. I mean, it wasn't difficult. Made the shamrocks, put them on my hat, and this is my St. Patrick's Day outfit. Anyway, then I came down from being on the roof. I had something to eat. I then fell asleep. That is why I'm a little bit late, because I fell asleep. Little nap, but it was too late really to have a nap, and I didn't set my alarm. I didn't wake up until 10:02 when I was supposed to be doing this stream. So that's why I'm a little bit late. Sorry I'm late. Anyway, so here we are, St. Patrick's Day. Let's have another little blast of the Irish music, actually. Oh, I've put it down now. Oh, never mind. Never mind. We're going to do all sorts of things tonight. We're going to look at a little bit about the history of St. Patrick's Day. We've got some, obviously, the things that you've all sent in that are to do with St. Patrick's Day or to do with Ireland. We've got a Shea Vicky Marie Chats St. Patrick's Day house. So our sort of interior designer of the Shea Vicky Marie Chats house, Claire, has been working her usual magic, and she's made a fantastic Shea Vicky Marie Chats house. So we're going to have a look at that as well. So we've got lots of different things going on. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to say cheers again, and then I'm going to say hello to everybody again. So yes, unfortunately, I'm not saying cheers with a Guinness, I'm saying cheers with a Copperberg. Copperberg, that's what it's called. And it is, it's mixed fruit. It's very nice. But it's not a Guinness, but never mind. I must remember this next year if I'm doing a St. Patrick's Day next year. Get the Guinness in from the English supermarket, the British supermarket, which isn't open today. I should have got it. I should have been more prepared, but I'm never prepared. I'm always Vicky Marie, lastminute.com. That is me, unfortunately. I'm always last minute with everything that I do. Anyway, cheers. Happy St. Patrick's Day. So Chumba was the first one on. Hi, Chumba. And then Mini Angel, referring to the thumbnail. Then it was me. I've been a member for 10 months. That must have been when I very first started. I remember I joined my own channel just so that I could see how it was for members, because when I first started a members channel or a members section, sometimes the people were saying to me, oh, I can't see this or I can't do that or whatever. So I joined myself just so that I could see it from a member's point of view. And I have now been a member of my own channel for 10 months. So congratulations, Vicky Marie Chats. Thank you for being a member for 10 months. But, you know, yeah. Oh, yeah, when we're talking about the kilts, Claire has made me laugh a lot. Because we reckon that maybe the reason that Peter Falding couldn't get in that bag might have been because his member. No, that's for later, maybe when I've had a bit more to drink. So, hi, Claire, if you're still here. Hi. Hi, Tina. Hi, Susan. Hi, Rio. I'm good, thank you. I'm really good. Yeah, I've been sunbathing today. It's been really, really nice up on the roof, actually. Hi, Selena. Susan, what do you mean? Are you telling me you're not dressed up? What do you mean? You can turn up without dressing up. Are you telling me you're not dressed up? You should be dressed up. Hi, Heather. Hi. Charlie. Hi, Charlie. Selena, no Baileys. I don't ever have Baileys at home because I just drink it. It goes down too quick, Baileys, I'm afraid. Charlie had a pint of Guinness earlier with a fish pie. Ah. Hi, Matthew. Happy St. Patrick's Day. What? Chumba's having a masala chai and a doobie. Okay. Whatever that is. Hi, Amethyst. Hi, Wesley. Charlie's wearing his Celtic shirt. Oh, don't say that too loud. Some people like Rangers. Yeah. It's very difficult to find Guinness, Charlie. And it's funny because, yeah, there's loads of Irish pubs in Spain. So they knew about it when I told the guy, like, oh, Guinness. He was like, he knew about it. Oh, yeah, and it's St. Patrick's Day. It's the patron saint of Ireland. They know about it. There's loads of Irish bars in Spain. But, yeah, like you say, to actually find Guinness, except in Irish pubs in Spain, is hard. Oh, Rio's been a member for 7 months. Thank you so much, Rio. Thank you for that. Hi, Mello. Happy St. Patrick's Day. So Selena had green eye makeup, but it's already gone. Rio's got her Guinness Zero. You're so good. You're so good, Rio. 2 bottles of Bailey's, Selena. Claire's hit there, but cooking, so she's just listening. Now, the thing is, as I say about Baileys, I love Baileys. I really do love it, but that's the problem. I like it so much that if I have a bottle of Baileys in the house, it just gets drunk too quick, and it just doesn't touch the sides, does it, Baileys? So it's better that I just don't buy it. So I just don't buy it. Hygiene. Yeah, we're going to have a look on St. Patrick. We're going to have a little look at the history of St. Patrick's Day. Oh, thank you all for being here. Thank you so much. And once again, cheers. Any excuse to do a cheers. So here we are on St. Patrick's Day. So let's have a little look. Hi, Ali. Let's have a little look at the history of St. Patrick's Day. Now, I don't know if any of you out there are Irish. On my father's side, my father's family, we're all Irish, which is where the surname comes from, Riley. But apparently, so this is according to, God, that Copperberg went down the wrong way then. So this is according to Wikipedia. St. Patrick's Day, or the Feast of St. Patrick, is a religious and cultural holiday held on the 17th of March. And the reason for that is it's a traditional death date of St. Patrick. And St. Patrick supposedly was born around 385. That would be AD, won't it? And between 385 and 461, he was born. So it's not clear exactly when, or is that when he was born 385 and died? No, that can't be, can it? Can it? Hang on. No, it could have been if he was 80. Anyway, he is the patron saint of Ireland. And this was made an official Christian feast day in the early 17th century. And it is observed by the Catholic Church. And of course, in Ireland, they get a day off. It's a public holiday. So traditionally, of course, it's the end of Lent, isn't it? St. Patrick's Day is the end of Lent. So it commemorates St. Patrick and the arrival of Christianity in Ireland, and celebrates the heritage and culture of the Irish in general. So celebrations generally involve public parades, festivals. Oh God, I can't pronounce anything Irish. What is oh, I don't know how to pronounce this, but it also involves Selithethe. And I'm sure there's some people out there will tell me how it should be pronounced. And the wearing of green attire or shamrocks. Well, there you go. So I'm doing my bit. I'm wearing a green blouse. I've got my shamrocks on. And Christians also attend church services. And of course, the restrictions on eating and drinking alcohol were lifted for the day, which has encouraged and propagated the holiday's tradition of alcohol consumption. A lot of, when I did mention it to the guy in the Spanish supermarket, he just went, oh yeah, Dia de San Padre. It was like, oh, any excuse for a drink. So it's a public holiday in the Republic of Ireland and Northern Ireland. Also in the Canadian province of Newfoundland and Labrador for provincial government employees, and the British Overseas Territory of Montserrat. It's widely celebrated in the United Kingdom, Canada, Brazil, United States, Argentina, Australia, Brazil, South Africa. Why is it saying Brazil twice? And New Zealand. And it's celebrated in more countries than any other national festival. So that's interesting, isn't it? So what about St. Patrick himself? So St. Patrick was a 5th century Romano-British Christian missionary and bishop in Ireland. And much of what is known about him comes from the Declaration, which was allegedly written by St. Patrick himself. So it's believed he was born in Roman Britain in the 4th century into a wealthy Romano-British family. His father was a deacon, his grandfather was a priest in the Christian church, and according to the declaration, at the age of 16 he was kidnapped by Irish raiders and taken as a slave to Gaelic Island. And it's said that he spent 6 years there working as a shepherd, and that's when he found God. So the declaration says that God told Patrick to flee to the coast where a ship would be waiting to take him home. And after making his way home, Patrick went on to become a priest. So according to tradition, he then returned to Ireland to convert the pagan Irish to Christianity. And the declaration says that he spent many years evangelizing in the northern half of Ireland and converted thousands. And his efforts were eventually turned into an allegory of which he drove snakes, which are like, it was like just representing heathen practices. So this is where the legend comes on, that he drove out the snakes from Ireland. What they mean by that is they drove out heathen practices from Ireland, and when in fact actual real snakes did not inhabit the region ever. So it wasn't that he drove real snakes out of Ireland, according, to the legend says that he drove the snakes out of Ireland. What he drove out of Ireland was heathen practices, according to tradition. So tradition holds that he died on the 17th of March, which is why we celebrate St. Patrick's Day on the 17th of March. And he was buried at Downpatrick. And over the following centuries, many legends grew up around him, and he became Ireland's foremost saint. So there you go. That's St. Patrick. That's where the legend comes from. Gosh. Okay, so what we're going to look at now, born in Dumbarton. Sorry, hi Yvonne, I'll just say hello to anyone who's coming in. Hi Yvonne, hi Mariah. Did I say hello to Wesley? I can't remember, but hello Wesley. Thank you, Heather. Do you know, I bought this necklace in a charity shop in Reading the last time that I was in the UK, which was ages ago. Well, not the last time I was in the UK. Last time I was in the UK, I was in Manchester last year. But the last time I was in Reading, which is about 3-4 years ago. But yeah, and it's lasted all this time. It does feel like it's sort of on its way out, but I do like it. Okay, so what's Charlie saying there about 1 day off Lent? Oh, so Lent carries on tomorrow until Easter Sunday. Oh my God, it goes on forever. Oh. Now, I just want to say about David, because I know a few of you are asking about him. He's okay, but he's got a few things going on. So he has contacted me. He's got a few things going on, so I don't think he'll be on chat tonight, hopefully. Hi, Desi. I did make it today. This is a hat. I've had this hat for ages, but I just made the shamrocks for tonight. Yeah. Okay. Now, so what we're going to look at next is we're going to look at the things you sent in. And also we're going to look at the doll's house. The Shay Vicky Marie chats that Claire, honest to God, I'm overwhelmed with this doll's house, because even, YouTubers such as Mr. Beast, with all their millions of followers, they don't have a doll's house like I've got. Every time Claire makes a themed doll's house for like Christmas or, I don't know, Halloween, or whatever, I get so excited. And I just love it. And I love the fact that, you know, you know, the Halloween one or the New Year, etc. It's just fantastic. It always makes me smile. It cheers me up so much. It's so lovely. I really thank you, Claire, for doing that. And we're going to have a look at it. Well, we're going to have a look at a mixture because people sent things in as well. So we're going to have a look at all the St. Patrick's Day things that I was sent in. Of course, as you know, it takes me a little while to find it. Got to set it up. Oh my God, I absolutely adore this doll's house. I can't even tell you how much. Okay, so I think you can see that. Just let me make sure. Yeah. So, oh, hi, Annie. Ow. A little bit more Coppenberg. Okay, so this is the entrance. So welcome to Shay Vicky Marie Chats. This is welcome to the Doll's House. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Now, it's funny when Claire makes the Doll's House, quite often she puts things in it that I really have got in my house. And I just wanted this aloe vera plant here. I do have an aloe vera plant on my patio out the front. So I do have that plant in my house. So yeah, welcome. Oh, and the other thing, although I don't have a Pink Panther in my house, but Pink Panther was one of my favourite cartoons when I was growing up. Do we all remember the Pink Panther cartoons? Da-da, 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 da-da. You know, and of course it's based on the Inspector Clouseau films. And I love the Pink Panther cartoons, or I did when I was a kid. And now I really like, I don't know if you can get them in the UK, but you can get these little cakes here. Pantera Rosa, Pink Panther cakes. I love those as well. So having the Pink Panther in the Doll's House. I thought, oh, and then do you know what? I hadn't noticed this. This little Buddha, I've got one of these little Buddhas as well. So yeah, it's quite strange really, because some things, sometimes things turn up in the Doll's House that I actually have got in my real house. Hi, Alana. Welcome to, oh, and look at the little shamrock thing here. Lovely. Oh, and this is just brilliant. So this is like trying to, you know, this is me. It's not really me, unfortunately, but it is my Vicky Marie Chats doll. With it, it's just like a bit of a tease, I think, to start off, you know, with the trainer on. But I really love those trainers. So I haven't got trainers like that, but I'd quite like trainers like that. And I now have, look, my little dog in its basket. These are the plants that I have out the front on my bench, out the front on my patio. Plants like this. I just love the way she arranges it and then takes the photo so that it just looks, I don't know, it just looks so cozy, doesn't it? Look at the coving at the back there. I love it. Yep, so these are all like the entrance, aren't they? Oh. So yeah, very nice the way she takes the photos as well. And this is me. I'm not quite sure what I'm doing there, but this is me with my little pink, I wish it was me, with my little pink trainers on, all dressed up for St. Patrick's Day with a green top, some green felt in the flowers, and I've got glasses on for some reason, but this is me and my choker. This is my Vicky Marie Chat's doll. So sweet. Look, with all the flowers and everything, the shamrocks, the green and yellow, the daffodils, etc. So it looks very Irish. You okay? Oh no, not the olive oil again. There you go, there's the olive oil.
Sorry.
Oh God. There wasn't much in it, hopefully, was there?
No.
Right, okay, sorry about that. There's a bottle of olive oil. Okay, so let's look at the next picture. Yeah, it does look like that. Yeah, she was so drunk and fell into a plant pot jumper. Oh, I didn't realise I could make the photo bigger like that. So that's twice when I've been on a live stream that there's been a bottle of olive oil smashed, or just before. Okay, so sorry, just let me think back now what I'm doing. So here's the, happy St. Patrick's Day. Oh, hi 411. Thank you for that membership. So 411 has gifted a membership. I don't know who got it, but no, it wasn't my wine, Annie. I'm not on wine tonight. I'm on Copperbird because I tried to get Guinness and I couldn't get any in my little village, so I ended up with Copperbird. So no, it wasn't a bottle of wine. So sorry, I just want to show that. Thank you. Thank you 411 for the gifted membership. I'm not quite sure who got it, but yeah. And you know what? Oh, Charlie, olive oil being expensive. Oh my God, it's nearly 10 euros now for a bottle of olive oil that used to cost about 4 euros. And apparently it's the most stolen item from Spanish supermarkets at the moment. Olive oil is the most stolen item because it's so expensive. And one's, oh, thank you 411, one's just gone crashing. Luckily, there wasn't much in it. There was not much olive oil in that bottle, luckily. But there was enough. The trouble is it goes everywhere and it takes ages to clear up. Okay, let me go back to where I was. So yeah, look, oh, the little dog. That's definitely Riley there in the basket, isn't it? Definitely Riley. Look, this is like quite a... That's quite a cheeky sort of... it's like a provocative pose, let's say, of Vicky Marie there with the pink trainer on. Yeah, they're putting security tags on olive oil now. Can you know, like they do with the sort of alcohol, like the expensive alcohol that has those security tags on that they have to break off when you get to the checkpoint. That's what they're doing with olive oil now. Oh, hang on, I just turned it off by mistake. I've gone all right. Hang on, sorry. Hang on, I've just lost the plot there a little bit with those. Right, where was I up to that one? Sorry, I just lost that for a minute. I've got it back. So what I want to find now is who got the membership. Hang on. Can I find that? So that membership went to Carol A. So welcome to the family, Carol A. Sorry it took me a while to find that, and my head's gone a little bit. Carol A. Yeah, thank you. 411, and that's Carol A that's got the membership. Right, my head's gone completely with that bottle of olive oil going over. It's like, oh my God. Let me find my way back. Let me get back in the room. Let me get back in the room. Can't get back on comments now. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Jean, but we won't just talk about that right now. Oh, so you've got 411. You've got 5 dogs now. Oh, right. I've got to try and find my way back into the room because my head has just completely gone. Okay, I'm back. Oh, look, there you go. So that's me sitting there apparently for St. Patrick's Day. Oh, it's so lovely that, isn't it? It really is lovely. I mean, it just amazes me, the detail in it. It's incredible, the detail. Oh, I wish I was just sat in that bower, like, I just look so relaxed there. I wish I really was just all relaxed like that and totally sort of chilled. Oh, here's my little table. I've got my strawberries and cream. And I've got a little cat now in my Shay Vicky Marie Chat's house, my little pussy cat. I haven't got a cat. I'd like to have a cat, but the dogs wouldn't have it. And there's Riley sitting up in his basket. Now, here's me with a Guinness, which I couldn't manage to find in my own little village. Anyway, I've got my copper. I think I need about 300 Copperbergs at the moment. So 411, do they all get on okay, your dogs? Because, we have 3 dogs, but they don't get on, so we always have to keep them separate. That's why sometimes you hear some of the dogs coming down and the others, we have to swap them over all the time. Because although, obviously my Rocky and Riley, they can be together, but they can't be together with the German Shepherd because the German Shepherd, Tia, she just doesn't like them. So we have to keep them separate. Oh, look, I look so relaxed there. I look so relaxed. I don't feel very relaxed at the moment. Oh, there I am with my Guinness. And look, there. Now, as I say, I wish I did look like that, really. I don't look anything like that. But look, I'm all sort of got my little green skirt on, my little green top, my hair up in a bun. Oh, the good thing about wearing this hat, of course, as well, is I didn't have to do my hair for tonight. Oh, I don't think I'm showing my face at the moment. Hang on. Right, let me, I'm coming sort of, I'm getting just sort of set my nerves off that with the bottle of olive oil going. I'm coming back. Okay. Yeah. Now my arm looks at a bit of a funny angle, but apart from that, I think that's a lovely picture. I think I must be dancing there. She's got me dressed like a tar. No, maybe. Or maybe I am a tar. No, I'm not. You know, I couldn't wear anything like that because I haven't got the figure for it. But, you know, if I had the figure for it, I would wear it. Well, maybe not my age now, when I was younger. Look at that. That's lovely. So nice. I mean, I love the way she takes the pictures, like, oh, look, I'm sitting on the edge there. So lovely. I don't know where these shoes come from. I mean, they're amazing, aren't they? That's right. Chumba wants to be a tart. Oh, this is, I love this one. Look, I've got Riley in the little basket here. I've got my Guinness sat on the edge there, just like, it's lovely. My strawberries, beautiful. I love the way it's all just set out and the photo taken. Oh, thank you, Wesley. You wouldn't say that if you saw me first thing in the morning, Wesley. Wesley's saying I'd always be beautiful, but not in the morning, you wouldn't think that. Takes me a couple of hours to get sort of, you know, to start even looking human, to be honest, these days. Lovely with all the flowers and everything. Okay, so that is the pictures that Claire sent me of the Vicky Marie chats, Shay Vicky Marie chats, and I'm going to put them. I have actually started a channel. Well, so I had a channel that I've never really used, and I've changed the name of it to Shay Vicky Marie chats, and I'm going to put all the Doll's House things on there when I get the time to sit and do it properly. I'd like to put, like, you know, the videos on there, like a video of Valentine's Day, because she did that lovely Vicky Marie Chat's House for Valentine's Day, and the one that she did for Halloween, and now this one that she's done for St. Patrick's Day. And I'd like to put them in separate videos and put them on there. That's my plan. And have a separate little channel, just a fun channel, to show like the Vicky Marie, Shay Vicky Marie chats videos and the photos that Claire sends me. So thank you so much, Claire. So here now we're going to come to some of the Irish things that people have sent me. This was the one that I used for the thumbnail. Make sure your kilt is short enough to do a jig, but long enough to hide your lucky charms. And this is the one that was saying Peter Folding would need a very, very long kilt, apparently. And of course, anyone, there's not many ladies, not many people out there. If you like men, you probably like Cillian Murphy. I mean, Peaky Blinders, he's just a bit special, isn't he? He's got those beautiful eyes. So this was his picture was sent to me. And also some pictures of Guinness dark chocolate, milk chocolate. Anything to do with Guinness is nice. So we've got Guinness milk chocolate. This is making me want chocolate now, of course, and I haven't got any chocolate. Guinness, what is it? Milk chocolate, caramel chocolate. And what's that? Oh, dark chocolate. Yeah, lovely. Guinness and chocolate. Chocolate Guinness beer cake recipe. That sounds nice. I can't believe that I couldn't find Guinness. So, Irish toast. There are good ships and there are wood ships. The ships that sail the sea. But the best ships are friendships, and may they always be. Cheers. Oh, gosh, there you go. I've popped up again there. just to remind me I haven't got any Guinness. Oh. Yes, this is a bit Sharon Stone, this one. You know who's Sharon Stone in Basic Instinct? It's like, I'm not quite sure if I've got any underwear on there or not. But anyway, I should just be crossing my legs. And did you ever watch that film, Basic Instinct, with Sharon Stone? It was hyped up as this really sort of sexy film. And of course, personally, I didn't find it sexy at all. And my partner at the time, he fell asleep and was actually snoring in the cinema. So it wasn't, everyone made a big deal of it because it was Sharon Stone crossing her legs, and it was, did she have underwear on or didn't she have underwear on? But my partner was so impressed that he actually fell asleep and snored all the way through the film. I personally thought it was a really boring film. It was Michael Douglas as well, wasn't it? It was awful. Not the best film ever, but it had a big hype. But yeah, that does look like a bit of a Sharon Stone moment. Oh, so there you go. Claire's coming to interject there. She said, Vicky's not dressed as a tart. She lives in Spain. It's hot. And she can wear what she wants. Which is true. I've probably had similar clothes to that on when I went up on the roof to sunbathe. And I have green knickers on, apparently. So there you go. So I am not without underwear. And she's back to her cooking. Oh, so Selena's saying that she read her partner on that movie was supposed to be Brad Pitt, but was changed to someone else. Yes, it was changed to Michael Douglas. And Michael Douglas at the time, to be, with the best will in the world, he was too old for that role. He just looked ridiculous. And it would have been much better if it would have been Brad Pitt. Maybe it would have been a better film. Yeah, a few more photos that I didn't put on earlier, obviously. I thought I'd finish with... Oh, now this is a very... I'm not going to tell you who this is. They'll tell you if they want to. But this was one of my members who sent this picture of when they appeared in, I think it was Gilligan's Rainbow or something. It was like... a play, like an amateur dramatics, Finnegan's Rainbow, was it? Finnegan's Rainbow. And of course, you can see how politically correct it was. In those days when, gosh, they even got black faces. Apparently, there was a lot of black people, or supposedly in this film, and it was before, that we knew that it wasn't. It looks awful now, really, doesn't it? I mean, I don't mean. My member looks awful. I mean, it was just one of those things at the time, going back in time. I think it was in the, was it the late 70s, 80s, I think. It's not me. It's one of my members that sent in this photo. It just shows you how times have changed, isn't it? You can't imagine that now. And good, for good reason. But yeah. So this is a very young, one of my members when they were very young, appearing in amateur dramatics. And this is, I mean, he is one of my favourite Irish people. So he's Jamie Dornan. You know, with his Guinness, he managed to find a Guinness, obviously. No, didn't go commando, Charlie. I'm glad about that. Jamie Dornan, yeah, very famous Irish person. I like him in The Fall. I always like the, you know, like the baddies. I didn't like him in 50 Shades of Grey at all, to be honest, but I know a lot of people did. But personally, I didn't. But there he is with his Guinness. Heather, Finian's Rainbow, it was called. Oh, you were in your mid-20s. So Heather's letting us know it was Heather that was in that previous picture. I feel like I missed someone coming in there. Anyway. So, yeah, Jamie Dornan. Oh, and then somebody sent me this picture in, which is an Irish cocktail, a tropical leprechaun, 2 ounces of coconut rum, half an ounce of blue curacao, 3/4 of an ounce of melon liqueur, an ounce of pineapple juice, and fill it with Sprite. And there you've got a tropical leprechaun. I'm not very good at measuring things out, to be honest, so I probably won't be very good at that, but it sounds nice. What makes it green then? It'll be the blue curacao combined with the pineapple juice, would it? That makes it green. How's it ended up green? Anyway. I've got to. And then, of course, very famous Irish programme, Mrs. Brown's Boys. Very funny. If you've ever seen it, I bet there's not many of you who haven't seen it at some point. Hi, Caroline. So it's 6:30 there. 6:30 in the morning in Australia. Good morning. Did you get a Guinness in to have it at 6:30 in the morning? So yeah, Mrs. Brown's Boys. That's a famous sort of Irish comedy, isn't it? Oh, I think that is that the last one there. Let's see. So let's go back. We've got Mrs. Brown's Boys. We've got the tropical leprechaun. Jamie Dornan, of course. I'm sure there was more than that because there was. Yeah, back to that photo again. That's Heather. Yeah, when she was in her mid-20s. What's happened to somebody sent me pictures of Pierce Brosnan as well. There were other photos, whether not sure where they've got all gone because that seems to be the last one. But there was definitely they sent me Pierce Brosnan as well, and it's disappeared for some reason. And then let's just go back over the Vicky Marie chats quickly just to see. So this is me, and I have got green knickers on, and actually you can see here I'm not commando. I have got green knickers on, and I'm dressed like that because I was sunbathing. Oh, there's Riley. He'll be down in a bit. He might come up and say hello. I expect he will. He likes to come and say hello, doesn't he? Yeah, some Guinness and chocolate, chocolate and Guinness. I would imagine chocolate and Guinness go together quite well, don't they? Cillian Murphy from Peaky Blinders. Now, Ali's talking about Val Doonican, which somebody else mentioned actually. Somebody else emailed me about. But the problem about showing things like the Val Doonican or Terry Wogan, they mentioned as well, Terry Wogan, of course, is sometimes you get pulled up, for copyright when you try and show old programs. Hi, Ocean. Yes, I've always got a suntan line, Ali, always. Oh, that's just so anyone who's coming in later, they can just see these pictures. If I go back through them, go back to the beginning. Look at that. I love that. I love it. Look, that's me after drinking too much Guinness. Looks like I fell in the plant pot. Yeah, I'm going to have a look in a minute. So look some pictures of Val Doonican and Terry Wogan, because some of the younger people on there, they won't even know Terry Wogan probably. So lovely. I love this one with the foot just sticking up. It's like it's like provocative, isn't it? That'll be how I'll be later after a few more cans of Koppenberg. I need a knee replacement, Ali. It is, Riley. I love this. I love this with just a shoe. It's brilliant. I really would like a pair of those trainers. Yeah. These are, Ocean. These are what Claire's put together, the St. Patrick's Day Shea Vicky Marie chats. Yeah, there you go. Okay, let's have a look at picture of Val Doonican. For those of you, I vaguely remember him. Didn't he sit in a rocking chair or something? Let's have a look. I found some photos of him. We're really going back in time now. Going back in time to Val Doonican, we're going back. As I say, even I don't really hardly remember him, but I do remember him. And here he was, Val Doonican. I suppose this was a much more innocent time, wasn't it? He would sit in his rocking chair, sing songs. Did he tell stories? I can't even remember what he did. What did he do? Why is it not going to the images? Won't go to the images. But anyway, this is him. So he died in 2015, but he was... Oh, there you go. It's finally gone to it. So this is what he would do. He would sit in his rocking chair, wouldn't he? He would sing with his pipe. He would sing songs. Did he tell stories? I can't remember if he told stories or not. What did he do? Let's have a look at some YouTube of him. Oh. I'm just worrying about, they're going to pull me up for copyright. They always do. I can show a little tiny bit.
Now, I don't know if many of you at home can remember way back in the 60s when there used to be a late night Eamon Andrews chat show. Do you remember that?
There's another one, Eamon Andrews. He used to do This Is Your Life, didn't he? Don't know if people probably remember him, but he was Irish too.
You probably do. Well, I appeared on that one night, and I coined a phrase. I happened to say that it took me 17 years to become an overnight success. And the reason I said it at the time was because, having been in show business for years and years and years at the time, I did an 8-minute spot on the famous Sunday night at the London Palladium, and it did.
Sorry, I have to keep stopping it because otherwise they might turf me off. Oh God, that's Roger Whittaker. He was, oh God. Oh my God, this is really going down memory lane now, isn't it?
In fact, bring me overnight success. Now, at one stage of my career, I spent a long time singing with an Irish vocal group. We used to sing lots of traditional songs, and we sang a lot of old stage Irish songs because we did work on the music hall here a lot. And on that Palladium show, I did one of those little Irish songs, and that little song changed my life. It really did.
All right, I'm going to see what song. I've got to stop it, and then we'll see what song he's going to sing.
So if you'll bear with me just once more, I'd like to sing it for old time's sake. It goes like this. Now Delaney had a donkey.
Never heard this song before.
That everyone admired. Temporarily lazy and permanently tired. A leg at every corner, balancing his head. And a tail to let you know which end he wanted to be fed. Right.
Right, sorry, I have to stop it again because I know for a fact that as soon as they recognise this song, that'll be it. They'll be turfing me off.
Slyly said we've underrated it. Why not train it? Then they took a rag. They rubbed it, scrubbed it, they oiled and embrocated it. Got it to the post, and when they started, dropped the flag. There was Riley pushing it, shoving it, shushing it. Hogan, Logan, and everyone in town lined up, attacking it and shoving it and smacking it. They might as well.
My mum and dad love this programme. It's funny, isn't it? Watching it, you all watch it now and you think, oh God, but you know, this was your Saturday night, Saturday night peak time viewing, these kind of like Val Doonican, etc. But they sort of really, when you think about the TV now on a Saturday night, it's pretty crappo, isn't it? So maybe it'd be quite nice to watch Val Doonican again. I don't know.
Tried to push the town hall down. The donkey was eyeing them, openly defying them, winking, blinking, and twisting out of place. Riley reversing it, everybody cursing it. The day Delaney's donkey ran the half-mile race.
Yeah, he keeps mentioning Riley, doesn't it? So, Riley, hello, Rocky. Rocky's here now. He definitely mentioned the name Riley.
The muscles of the mighty, never known to flinch. They couldn't move the donkey a quarter of an inch.
It's not his best song, this, I don't think. I like it. I like the ballads. Let's have a look at this. We might be all right with the copyright because it's archive TV. Okay. Let's see him sing. See what this is. This is nice. I do. Oh, hey, Rocky. Hi, Rocky. Rocky's here. I do quite like the ballads, and I love acoustic guitar. Acoustic guitar is brilliant. I like electric guitar as well, but acoustic guitar is special, isn't it? So let's have a listen to this. Now, I really like this song and I just want to listen to it play, but I just know that will not be a good idea, but I really do like it. Oh, you can't hear it. Oh, sorry. Here we go.
I've gotta leave old Durham town. I've gotta leave old Durham town, and that leaving's gonna get me down. Whoa, oh, we're moving.
Hang on, let me go back to it again because I think I forgot to share it.
Gotta leave old Durham town, and that leaving's gonna get me down. Back in 1944, I remember Daddy walking out the door. Mama told me he was going to war. He was leaving, leaving. I've gotta leave old Durham town. I've gotta leave old Durham town. I've gotta leave old.
I mean, that is like, it's real easy listening. You know, when they talk about music as being easy listening, that really is. It'd just send you off to sleep, wouldn't it? Like listening to them singing. It is nice, isn't it? Well, I think it's nice.
Durham town, and that leaving's gonna get me down. Whoa, oh, we're moving.
Hang on, let's move it forward a bit. I don't like that. No, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I don't like the whistling in the drums. No, I don't really like the jiggy sort of music. I like the ballads. So I'm sorry, I'm going to fast forward that a bit.
New world in the morning, so they say. Great. I myself don't talk about a new world in the morning.
No, I don't like that, I'm afraid. So I do like some songs by them, but not that, no. I like, I'll tell you what I like. I like the ballads that they play. If you've ever been to an Irish party, like an Irish wedding or any birthday party, anything, there's always, by the end of the night, they all start singing, you know, probably some rebel songs and things, and also some very sad songs about those are lovely. I love all the ballads, etc. Anyway, let's have a look at sorry, going into Roger Whittaker now, who I don't think is Irish. So let's have a listen to this. Now, this is a very sad song. Going back in time, isn't it? I don't think he's even Irish, so it's nothing really to do with being Irish, but it's just, I don't know, just these songs, they're just like, I don't know, they do put you to sleep, but that's quite good. It's just, there's the innocence about it, isn't it? There's sort of an innocence about it, or just maybe it's just stepping back to a bygone age, and you know, everyone always thinks that they're, you know, when you listen to things that put you back to when you were a child, etc. It's always sort of a comforting feeling, isn't it? So I don't know if you can see my Rocky there. Let's have a look. Look, Rocky's his tail's going. Hey, Rocky, little tail wagging. Oh. Yeah, I don't like, do you know Brown Eyed Girl, Chumbra? I cannot even listen to it now because everywhere you go in Spain, everybody plays it. You know, when you go to a bar, you know exactly that they're going to play Brown Eyed Girl. Same with Sweet Caroline. In the end, you just get sick of it because you hear it all the time. But yeah, I did like it. Yeah, he was waving to you with his tail, wasn't he? He was waving to you with his tail. Oh, look, you can still see it going in the background, just his tail like that. Okay, now. Hi, Jim. Happy St. Patrick's Day. So I couldn't get any Guinness, so I'm on Koppenberg. Hi, Tracy. Now, I'm going to have a little look for Terry Wogan because somebody did mention Terry Wogan, sent me an email about Terry Wogan. So we'll have a look, see. So Terry Wogan, of course, at one point, he was on everything, wasn't he? There he is, Terry Wogan. Oh, saying there he is. I've got to share it, of course. So Terry Wogan was on everything at one point. Of course, he used to do the Eurovision Song Contest. And as much as Graham Norton is all right, but Terry Wogan did it better, I think. He did do it better. Yeah. And he died in 2016. He was born in Limerick. He died in 2016. He was 77 years old. And there was a time when you couldn't turn on your telly and Terry Wogan won't be on it, and, it must have been quite sad. Let's have a listen to this, actually. This is when he signed off his breakfast show. God, my computer's working so slow tonight. So, of course, he was on BBC. It's probably a good job he's not there anymore because he'd probably be, there'd probably be some scandal about him or something. But he was on BBC for years, and this is when he signed off his Radio 2 breakfast show. With tears in his eyes, he thanked his listeners for being his friends on BBC Radio 2. Oh, bless.
And this is it then. This is the day I've been dreading. The inevitable morning when you and I come to the parting of the ways. The last wake up to Wogan. It wasn't always thus. For the first 12 years, it was the plain old Terry Wogan show, and you were all twits. The Terry Wogan is top society. And when I returned to the bosom of our family, it became wake up to Wogan, and you all became togs, Terry's old geezers and gals. It's always been a source of enormous pride to me that, and this is it then. This is the day I've been dreading. The inevitable morning when you and I come to the parting of the ways. The last wake up to Wogan. It wasn't always thus. For the first 12 years, it was the plain old Terry Wogan show, and you were all twits. The Terry Wogan is top society. And when I returned to the bosom of our family, it became wake up to Wogan, and you all became togs, Terry's old geezers and gals. It's always been a source of enormous pride to me that you've come together in my name, that you're proud to call yourselves my listeners, that you think of me as a friend, someone that you're close enough to laugh with, to poke fun at, and occasionally, when the world seemed just a little too cruel, to shed a tear with. And the years together with you have not only been a pleasure, but a privilege.
Oh.
You've allowed me to share your lives with you. When you tell me how important I've been in your lives, it's very moving. You've been every bit as important in mine.
Oh.
We've been through at least a couple of generations together. For many of you, your children, like mine, now have children of their own. And your support for children in need has been consistent and magnificent. You've baked the bakes, you've held the quizzes, you've sold the calendars, you've packed the CDs and the DVDs. You've answered the phones, always there when we've called on you, unheralded and unsung. And if anybody embodies the generous, warm spirit of this country, it's you,
Oh.
my listener. Now, I'm not going to pretend that this is not a sad day. You can probably hear it in my voice. I'm going to miss the laughter and the fun of our mornings together. I know you're going to welcome Chris Evans with the same generosity of spirit that you've always shown me.
No, because Chris Evans, I mean, maybe some of you like Chris Evans, but I can't bear Chris Evans. So I don't think it would have been the same with Chris Evans as it was with Terry Wogan. As everyone was saying, he did have a soothing voice. I love voices. Voices are important to me. You know, like a voice can, you know, even I can find a voice so attractive that, you know, it doesn't matter what someone looks like if they've got a nice voice, that lovely voice, you know. If they've got like a nice velvety voice and it's soothing and it puts you off to sleep, there's just something so attractive about that, isn't there? You know, like Terry Wogan, I mean, you know, sorry, Terry, no offense, but he's not exactly the best looking man that you'd ever see. But his voice makes him attractive. You know, voices are attractive, aren't they?
So I'm going to miss you till we're together again in February. Have a happy Christmas. Thank you. Thank you for being my friend.
Oh, oh. So it's lovely, isn't it? It's actually, you know, made me tear up a little bit because anything that's the end of an era like that is very sad, isn't it? So voices are important. Okay, now somebody was I think it was Susan, and it was Susan who emailed me about Terry Wogan. These, what was it, Janet and John stories? I don't know these, but I'm going to have a look, see if I can find them. Never heard of him, to be honest. Let's see if I can find one. Yeah, I never heard of these Janet and John stories. I mean, how can that be interesting, really? I mean, sorry, not being funny, but it's Janet and John go to the supermarket. Oh, he makes them into parodies. Let's have a listen to one. I hope I'm allowed to listen to it. But anyway, I'm going to listen to it. Oh, I see. He made them funny, did he? I've never listened to one.
Seaside. John is very excited. John likes the seaside. Janet is making bloater paste sandwiches. John does not like bloater paste. Do you know what dry heaves are? John does. Soon it is time for Janet and John to catch the bus at the end of the lane. Janet gives John a barley sugar twist to suck. Janet has to wipe John's beard with a wet hanky. See John wriggle. When they arrive at the seaside, Janet gives John his bucket and spade, his sandwiches, and some money to spend on the pier. Janet says, "I'm going to the bingo now. I'll see you by the candy floss stall in an hour. If you've been a good boy, you can have some candy floss." John skips down to the pier. John likes the pier. See John throw his
Who's that laughing in the background?
sandwiches to the seagulls. John goes to the shellfish stall and buys some winkles.
There's a red flag here.
John likes shellfish. John sees Mrs. Bickerdike. "Hello, Mrs. Bickerdike," says John. "Hey up, fluffy whiskers," says Mrs. Bickerdike. Mrs. Bickerdike is from Yorkshire. See Jeremy Clarkson. "What are you doing here?" says John. Mrs. Bickerdike says, "I came down for the American ice cream tasting. They're trying out some new flavors. Are those winkles any good? I bet they aren't as good as they are down in Devon. They do them hot from the pan with cider vinegar down there. I'll be having some of them next week when I go on holiday. Now, I can't stand here listening to you all day. I'm going to pop me flip-flops on and take to Whippet for a walk on the beach. Do you know how to get..."
Do you think that's Biggins? Do you think that's Biggins giggling? I mean, he does giggle a lot, Christopher Biggins.
Get a word in edgeways. John doesn't. John walks down to the beach and makes a big sandcastle. Soon It is time to go back to meet Janet. See John cross the road, stand by the candy floss store. Janet sees John. "Hello, John," says Janet. "What have you been doing?" "Well," says John. This is where the story really starts. "I walked down to the pier to look at the stalls, and I saw Mrs. Bickerdike. Mrs. Bickerdike had just spent all afternoon tasting Ben & Jerry's. Next week, she's going to Devon to get some hot winkles and cider. Then she got her flip-flops out and said it was time to let her whip it out on the beach."
Covers everything, really, doesn't it?
"Can I have some candy floss now?" See Janet push John's head into the candy floss machine and switch it on. See John go pink and fluffy. Poor John.
I mean, I'm a bit, I don't know about that, but let's listen to one more. Actually, we'll listen to one more while I go and get another Koppenberg out of the fridge. Let's see. Oh, no, I don't want that one. Let's listen to number 3.
Have fun with photography. Oh no. Today, John has got his camera out. John used to operate a camera for the BBC, but he kept bumping into things. Clumsy John. John says to Janet, "I'm going to take some photographs. Can you roll your eyes?" Janet can. Janet says, "I'm not dressing up in Tupperware again." Oh, see newsreaders' wives. "No," says John, "I'm going out to photograph wildlife." "Don't forget you can't develop any photographs until your enlarger is fixed," says Janet.
Somehow I know where this is going.
John takes his camera for a walk down the old railway line. At the top of Mill Lane, John sees Mrs. Spence. Mrs. Spence is taking photographs of birds. "Hello, Mr. Marsh," says Mrs. Spence. "Did you get any nice shots?" "I think so," says John, "but I can't use my darkroom until I get a new bulb for my enlarger." "I only ever use my digital camera now," says Mrs. Spence. "Would you like to pop around and use my darkroom?" "Yes, please," says John. Mrs. Spence makes John a cup of tea while he is printing his photographs. Kind Mrs. Spence. When John has printed his photographs, Mrs. Spence shows John the pictures she took. There is a swallow, a pheasant, and John has a nice photo of a woodcock.
That's not funny. I don't see anything funny about it.
No, just a bird. John thanks Mrs. Spence for the tea and goes home to Janet. "Did you get some nice photographs?" said Janet. "Yes," says John. "I saw Mrs. Spence. Mrs. Spence said I could pop into her darkroom and see what developed once the red light was on. Once I told her I really like birds, Mrs. Spence showed me some very impressive swallows, and wants to see an enlargement of the woodcock I showed her next week." Do you know what a hot shoe attachment is? Janet does.
Well, they seem to be having a good time listening to that. I can't make my mind up. Some of it's funny, but I don't know. It's that typical British sort of double entendre, isn't it? It's like the, Carry On film sort of humour type thing. But anyway, it's part of, I do like Terry Wogan, and I liked him on Eurovision. He was always funny on Eurovision, and I don't know about you, but I can't remember. Did I watch it this year? Eurovision, it's not the same without Terry Wogan, let's say. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to do a quiz. We're going to do a quiz, an Irish quiz. So let's see what your Irish general knowledge is like. Now, some of these questions are quite tricky. We're going to look at 40 questions. I'm going to ask you the question, give you a chance to answer them, see what you think the answers are. And I don't actually know the answers either. I haven't looked at them. We'll look at the quiz. It's an Irish general knowledge quiz. So we've got the answer. So what we're going to do, I'm going to ask you the question and then it shows you the answer so we can get the answer. Are we all ready? How's your Irish general? No, you're not allowed to use Google, Claire. You're not allowed to use Google. Not that I'd know if you use Google or not. And there's no prizes, I'm afraid. I don't know how to sort of do that. But we'll see if you like quizzes. I really do like quizzes. So as I say, I don't know these answers. So let's see what we end up with. Okay, question 1. Are we ready, folks? So, number 1. In 1951, which film was shot on location in Cong, County Mayo and directed by John Ford? And I do think I might know this one, but I'm not sure. Anybody know? Yeah, no Googling. So which film was shot on location in Cong, County Mayo and directed by John Ford? Oh, hi, Wendy. Wendy's saying The Birds. I don't think it was The Birds, because don't forget this is an Irish quiz. Was it not one with, is it not one with John Wayne? Cong County Mayo and directed by John Ford. I don't know why I'm thinking it might be one with John Wayne. Well, it might be Wesley. It might be National Velvet. That was Elizabeth Taylor, wasn't it? That was she was only young, wasn't she, when she made that film? Oh God, what's the one I'm thinking of with John Wayne? All black and white. Not a clue. So we're not doing very well, are we, for the first one? God, anybody remember any John Wayne films? No, I don't think it was a Mickey Rooney film, but I don't know. Brigadoon. Film shot on location. I don't know. It could be Ryan's Daughter. That was a brilliant film, actually, wasn't it? Ryan's Daughter. If anyone's ever seen Ryan's Daughter, it was a fabulous film. Maybe getting my Johns mixed up. I know, yeah. Because you wouldn't think John Wayne would be in an Irish film, but it is. It's bugging me. It's like, oh God. Oh, I feel that I know this. I do feel that I know this. Right. Shall we go for it and look at the answer? What, Ocean? You've never watched Ryan's Daughter? It's a really good film. It's just John Ford. Didn't John Ford direct cowboy films? That's why I'm thinking of a John Wayne film, because I'm pretty sure. Oh, it was that one where he. Oh God, this is going to drive me mad now. Or was it Seven Brides for Seven Brothers? Maybe was it that one? A film like that? I don't know. The evil leprechauns. The Quiet Man. I think that's the one I'm thinking of, Charlie. I think that's the one I'm thinking of. Let's have a look. Right, let's see. Da-da. The Quiet Man, Charlie. Well done, because that's the one I was thinking of. But I just couldn't get the name. I'm sure that was John Wayne. Okay, I feel like I'm in a proper pub quiz now. Number 2, is a bodhran a drum or a fiddle? No Googling, no Googling. You didn't Google that, did you, Charlie? You promised me you didn't Google it. I know that's just what I was thinking, Ocean. Please tell me you didn't Google it, Charlie. So, is a bodhran a drum or a fiddle? Now, we've got a 50% chance of getting this right. So, Matthew's going with drum. Drum. Tracy's going with drum. Rio's going with fiddle. Claire's going with fiddle. Wesley's going with drums. So I think we've got more drums than fiddles. Yeah, ocean blue drum, mellow drum, Tina drum. So I think the overall majority are saying drum. I haven't got a bloody clue, to be honest, so I have no idea. Let's have a look. It's a drum. It's a drum. Cool. Okay, number 3. Let's see if we know this one. Armagh, the orchard county, is known for which fruit? So, you know, you think this must be apple, surely. Surely this must be apple. What do you think? Do you think that Orchard County is known for apple? It feels too obvious though, doesn't it? Kelly's saying peach. Apple, pear, apple, plum, potato. Potato, potato, it's potato. Apple again, apple again. Well, potato's not a fruit though, is it? It's not one of those funny vegetables that is actually a fruit like tomato, is it? A potato is definitely not a fruit, I don't think. Oh, Charlie's saying yes, it is. Bean sprouts. Rio's saying bean sprouts. Somehow I don't think it's bean sprouts. Hops? No. I mean, the thing is, apple seems too obvious, doesn't it? So you think, well, what other fruits come from Ireland? Could be peach. Somebody had said peach, hadn't they? Fruit Loop. Yeah, no, it could be tomato. Could be tomato because tomato is a fruit. So let's go for it. Shall we go for the answer? Charlie's passing. I remember you, Charlie, the last time we did a quiz. You did a lot of passing. Grapes. I don't think you can grow grapes in Ireland, can you? Surely it's not warm enough. Juniper berries, walnuts. Caroline, walnuts aren't a fruit. And somehow Amethyst has come out with violin. I don't know where that's come from. Okay, now I'm going to have the final answer. To me, it just seems like the obvious thing, apples, but it just seems too obvious. We've got cherries, we've got blueberries. Yeah, we need 50-50 or phone a friend, don't we? Okay, let's have a look. It's an apple. I see, that's it. Sometimes you have to go for the most obvious answer. You know, straight away you think it was apple, and then of course it was like, oh, it can't be apple because it's too obvious. You know, because it's called the Orchard County. I think we've got all 3 right so far. I don't think we'll get this right. Well, we may do. What does GAA stand for? Anybody know what GAA stands for? Oh, by the way, don't forget to put your fingerprint on the like button. We're missing David being here, don't we? Because normally David is on there saying, oh, put your fingerprint on the like button. But yeah, what does GAA stand for? Alana's passing already. Come on, we've got to at least have a guess. Oh, Desi's passing. There is no context, Tracy. Yeah, it could be something to do with the Gardaí, because that's the police, isn't it? In the police in Ireland is the Gardaí. So do you think it's GAA? GAA. What could it stand for? What does it stand for? Karen is saying the Garlic Administration Association. What could it stand for? What could be Irish there? We do need Irish. Where's Irish Eyes? I haven't seen Irish Eyes for a while. I bet she knows what it stands for. It could be Alcoholics Anonymous, couldn't it? It could be something Alcoholics Anonymous. Don't know what the G would stand for. No, we've got Gaelic Alive. It could be Gaelic something. Gaelic alcoholic. God, I can't even say it now. I've had one Koppenberg and that's it. Could be Gaelic Alcoholics Anonymous. Couldn't it? There's a few things. I think we might have to look at the answer of this because I don't think we're going to get it. Oh, nearly. We were so close. Gaelic Athletic Association. So we were thinking Gaelic Alcoholics Anonymous. But we were nearly there. We were nearly there because it's the Gaelic Athletic Association. Look, Selena. Selena got it right. Oh my God. Nearly. Yeah, we were good. What Athletic Association. Yep, there you go. Let's look at the next one. Now, going back to The Quiet Man, Charlie. Now, you said you'd seen this film. I think I know the first name of this actress, but I don't think I know the second name. Which actress played the part of Mary Kate Danaher in The Quiet Man? So I think I know the first name of this person. Isn't her first name Margaret? But I don't know. Got Mary Poppins. Tracy's passing. Pete, look, you're all passing too quick. You've got to have a go. I think her first name is Margaret. Charlie, where's Charlie? Charlie said he's seen the film. Isn't she called Margaret something? Oh, yeah, O'Hare. Maureen. Maureen O'Hare, Claire. Wasn't she called Maureen? Maureen O'Hare, was it? I think it's Maureen O'Hare. Any advance on Maureen O'Hare? Okay, let's have a look at the answer. Vivian O'Hara. We're just making up Irish names, aren't we now? Just so O'Hara's an Irish name. Vivian Lee, she was a famous actress, wasn't she? But I think this is Maureen O'Hara. Yeah! It's so good when you get one right, isn't it? Maureen O'Hara, yeah. We had a Mary, what's that? Mary Mulligan. Yeah, just think of the most typical Irish name that you can and the surname and put it together. But no, Maureen O'Hara, that did, I have seen that film, but it's so long ago, obviously. Yeah, we got one right. Okay, next one. I don't know the answer to this one, so I don't think anyone will know the answer to this unless they've actually been there or something, but I don't know this. So, by what other name is the Liffey Bridge in Dublin known as? So, what other name is the Liffey Bridge in Dublin known as? I know. How many people? So there's 31 people watching and we can't even get our questions right. Oh, Charlie's passing again. No, we've got to have a go at least. We need to have a... Watch your head, Wendy says. Friendship Bridge. There you go. Is that... I think that's... that sounds fair enough. Or we've got Dublin Bridge. Desi's got no clue. Fairy Bridge, says Carolyn. Halfpenny, says Jim. Whatever, says Amethyst. And we've got Gooseberry and Apple Crumble, Friendship Bridge. Right, We've had Friendship Bridge twice, so we're going with Friendship Bridge. We've had from Jean and from Matthew. Let's have a look. No, somebody said Halfpenny Bridge. Tracy got it right. Well done. Well done, Tracy. And I think Selena got it as well. Halfpenny Bridge or Hackney Bridge. I wouldn't have known that in a million years. Honestly, I could have guessed that for 10 years and I would never have come up with Hackney Bridge. Jim, is no good saying it now because we've already revealed the answer now. Oh, Tracy's been on it. Bridge over the river Kwai. So now I think we'll all know the answer to this one, hopefully. What lies on the top of an Irish coffee? I bloody love Irish coffees. I really, really do like them. And I think Jean's right. I think it is cream. Everyone's saying cream. Charlie's saying whiskey, but that doesn't go on the top, Charlie. You won't be able to. It's got to be cream, hasn't it? It's got to be cream. So we're all pretty much agreed on cream. So let's have a look. Cream. Yeah, we're right. We're right with that one. So we've got another one right. We're doing quite well, really. But we should be if there's like 30 people trying to find the answer. Okay. Now, this is difficult. I don't know this. Dancing at Lunasa was written by which Irish playwright? Dancing at Lunasa. Well, I don't know if I even know any Irish playwrights. I was going to say Dylan Thomas, but of course he was a poet and he was Welsh, I think. Who's an Irish playwright that might be? Rio's Passing. Selena's Passing. Oscar Wilde, yeah. Was he Irish? I thought Oscar Wilde, was he Irish? I think he was he? James Joyce, Charlie. Yeah, it could be James Joyce. Hammerfield says Mickey Finn. Not Mickey Rooney then. Mickey Rooney maybe. Sean O'Casey's coming in for Heather Cook's coming in with Sean O'Casey. Well, I've never heard of him, but it sounds as if it's right. Mariah, you can't Google. You've got to try and think. I think we might have to go with Oscar Wilde. Listen, Claire, I'm telling you what, I'm sure he does it on purpose. I can't believe that he's dropped a bottle of olive oil. Olive oil, it's like dropping a bottle of, whiskey or something because it's so expensive. And it's everywhere. When I just went in the kitchen then to get my another Copperberg. It's still all, he's cleaned it up, but of course it's still all over the place. So that's what I'll be doing when I finish the stream. Right, what have we got? Brenda O'Carroll, Michael Flatley, no. Anybody know for sure? Colin Dale, we've got Louis Walsh. So, anybody certain about who it might be? I think shall we go with, got to forget now who the different one. We're going to go with either James Joyce or what was the other one? Oscar Wilde. Let's go with James Joyce. Right, we're going with James Joyce. Oh, Brian Friel. Fancy not knowing that. How could you not know that? Fancy not knowing that it was Brian Friel. Fancy not knowing it was Brian Friel. Is that any relation to Anna Friel, the actress, I wonder? It's an unusual surname, isn't it, Friel? So we went with James Joyce, but we were wrong. It's Brian Friel. Never heard of him. Wouldn't have had a clue. Again, I could have been thinking about that for 100 years and I would never have come up with Brian Friel. Never heard of him. Never heard of him. But anyway, apparently he wrote Dancing at Lunasa, but I've never heard of that either. Okay, we might know this because we know the cause, don't we? We know the cause. What traditional instrument does Sharon Kaur of the Cause play? That's got to be the harp. Do you think that's the harp that Sharon Kaur plays? Anybody know? We've got cello, violin, the fiddle. Fiddle again. Violin. What about the harp? Nobody's saying the harp. Violin, fiddle. There's Ocean trying to cover it in two at once. The violin, fiddle, which is not the violin, fiddle. The viola, violin, mouth organ. Right, we're going to either go. Nobody's mentioning harp. I still think it might be the harp. Fiddle, violin, flute. So nobody else is backing me up with harp. So it seems to be more, it's either fiddle or violin you're going for. So are we going to go for that then? Are we going to go for that? Are we going to go for fiddle? I know I feel like a parrot. I keep repeating myself. Oh, Tracy's going with the harp at least. I personally think it might be the harp, but right. Oh, got mandolin coming in now from Chumba just to confuse us. So it's either fiddle, harp. Claire, you're a bad girl. You're a bad girl. Oh my God, Maria's coming up with zither. Well, that's like a harp, isn't it? So I think we've got to either go with either harp or fiddle. So which one are we going for, harp or fiddle? I've got to pick one now. I think I'm going to have to go with fiddle. Oh, violin. I'm going to go with violin then because more people have said violin than harp. But I think it's a harp. I want you to remember that. If it turns out to be a harp, I'm going to say I told you so. But we'll go with fiddle. With violin because more people are saying violin. Let's have a look. Oh, it's a fiddle. Oh, we were there, weren't we? It could have been fiddle. It was between fiddle, violin, or harp that I said so. I don't have to say I told you so because I was completely wrong. But for those of you who said fiddle, well done. For those of you who said fiddle, well done. I think we can accept. Isn't a fiddle just like a violin? Can't we accept fiddle as a violin? Isn't a fiddle an Irish violin? But anyway, well done. So it is a fiddle. Oh, now this will be difficult. Who received the title Rose of Tralee 2000 in the Dome, Tralee, on the 22nd of August 2001? So this obviously must be somebody quite famous. So the Rose of Tralee, that's like a beauty competition, isn't it, that they have in Ireland? So this will be somebody Irish, somebody famous, some very attractive girl, woman, whatever, who received this title. Anyone can think of anyone? Cherry Adams. Dana. Charlie's passing. The Rose of Tralee. So 2000, so 4 years ago, some famous Irish person, some famous Irish woman won the Rose of Tralee. So I feel like it must be an actress or a singer or something. I mean, how are we supposed to know that? Dana. Jedward. Mellow saying Jedward. Oh, it could be, do you know? They might have changed it now where it can be a man or a woman who wins. It probably is someone like Jedward. Susan Boyle is Scottish, Wendy. She's not even Irish. Well, apart from the fact, you know, I doubt very much that she, but apart from anything. Now, Claire keeps saying Bam Bam. I don't know anything about Bam Bam. I keep hearing her mentioned on chats and things, but I don't know who she is. Oh, Sinead O'Connor. Oh, bless. So Jim is saying Lisa Manning. Well, I don't know who Lisa Manning is. But Ali, when you're saying Dana, you talk about Dana from years ago. This is in 2000. Oh, 2001. Yeah, sorry. I'm thinking it was 2020. God. Yeah, no more. No, I am going to have some more. Yeah, I don't know why. I thought it was recently. It could be Dana. Right, let's have a look. Oh, fancy not getting that. Bloody hell, you have got to know. Who would ever get that? Roisin Edgington, never heard of her. Why would that be? Who received the title Rose of Tralee in 2001? Roisin Edgington. How would anyone know that? I bet most Irish people wouldn't even know that. She's not exactly a household name, is she? Why on earth? Why on earth would anyone know that? You know, anyway, never mind. Lisa, don't feel bad now that I didn't know it. Okay, in the legend, so this is number 11. Bear in mind there are 40 of these questions, so I hope you're all feeling lively. In the legend of the Fianna, what was the land of eternal youth? So the land of eternal youth, anybody? So nobody has heard of Roisin Edgington, but do any of us know? Right, so Lady Dog Lover is going for Galway. Xanadu, yeah, Maria, that's a good choice. Xanadu. Wesley's going for Xanadu as well. Claire's saying Lurgan. I don't know if that's a real place or whatever. Charlie's passing just for a change. Dublin. Hi, Joanne. Okay. Nobody knows this either, but I think we'll go for Xanadu because it was supposed to be the land of eternal youth, wasn't it? Of course, it's Tir Nanog. How stupid are we? Oh my God, these questions. Jim always gets the answer just after I show it. Of course, it's Tir Nanog. It was on the tip of my tongue. Oh, okay, let's pass on that. Let's go down. Oh my God, these are getting worse. So, oh God, you just might as well guess anything now. Between 1849 and 1920, which port in County Cork was known as Queenstown? Oh, dear me. It's Gaelic, is it, Jim? It's Gaelic, yeah. Well, I've never heard of it, but never mind. So I don't think we're going to get this one either. But between 1849 and 1920, oh, well, maybe we'll get this if we knew any ports in County Cork. Which port in County Cork was known as Queenstown? Yes, it could be somewhere like, though I think these might be Southern Irish questions, but is Belfast is, my geography is so shy, I don't even know if Belfast is in Northern Ireland or Southern Ireland. Claire just keeps going framing homes. Oh dear, what's a famous port in County Cork? There must be one. I'm trying. The Clyde. The Clyde, Rio. That's in Scotland. Even I know that, and I'm crap at geography. I don't think we've even come out with. I don't think we've even come up with one answer yet. Puerto Rico, Harvey's, Queenstown. I don't even know a port in. Belfast is Northern Ireland, yeah. But we're looking for one in Southern Ireland. Mrs. Brown's port. Oh, God, let me think. I have absolutely no clue. I don't even know the geography of where I live, never mind another country. Right, I think we've just got, I've got to think of one answer, but potato. Potato port. God, can't even get, what's the capital of Southern Ireland? I can't even think. Portrush, that sounds like it, or Antrim, a county, at least they're proper names, or even Dublin, could be Dublin. Okay, let's go and look. We'll go with Dublin because I haven't got a bloody clue. So the question, Charlie, is between 1849 and 1920, which port in County Cork was known as Queenstown? Cork flooring. Oh, Tipperary, that sounds, yeah, Tipperary could be. Right, we're going with Dublin. Cop, of course. Oh my God, this is crazy. This is just too difficult. It's too difficult. Oh, have we got a multiple choice one? We might be better off with a multiple choice one. And now I think I might know this next one, right? The next one I might know. It's from Gaelic, like lore, isn't it? Folklore. What did Lear turn his wife Aoife into after he discovered what she had done to his children? What did he turn her into? Now, I think he turned her into stone. Did he turn her into stone? Or was it not salt, was it? That was, oh God, that was somebody else who turned his wife into salt. What did Lear turn his wife Aoife into after he discovered what she had done to his children? I think it's stone. Now, there's a few of us saying stone. Ocean saying a corpse. A snake, Selena's saying. A verruca, Jim's saying. I think we'll go for a little tiny thing, Claire, and put her in your doll's house, yeah. I think a potato. Could have been a potato. We're going for stone here. I think we've got an overall feeling that it's stone. So we're going for stone. Oh, for fuck's sake. A vulture. Oh, God. Oh, my God. He turned her into a vulture. There you go. That's what Lear turned his wife Evie into after he discovered what she'd done to his children. Oh, my God. Okay. Moving on. Which bird is said to be king of the birds? So bearing in mind this is an Irish quiz. So yeah, it could be a crow. You've got a lot of them Actually, you're in New Zealand, aren't you? It's amazing how many crows they have in Australia. I've noticed that when I've been watching things about Samantha Murphy. So I don't. Ali Harris. Is that you, Ali, or is that somebody? Is that? I don't think that's Ali saying that. I think that might be Chris. But yeah. So we've got crow, raven, red kite, golden eagle, hawk, magpie. Oh, you're in Australia. Oh, Alana is in Australia. All right, okay. She's got a lot of crows there, haven't you? Raven. So come on, are we going for the Birdman of Alcatraz? Are we going for? Now we bear in mind, it should be it might be a vulture. See, now the last one was a vulture. But we've got to go for one, haven't we? Oh my God, we've got too many different ones. We've got parrot. We've got albatross. We've got peacock. Oh, swallow now from Charlie. See, if it's king of the birds, it's got to be a bit. I think I'm going to go for eagle. I'm going for eagle. Because king of the birds surely has got to be an eagle. Of course it is. It's a wren. King of the birds. Is this a wind-up quiz? I mean, this is like a wind-up. It's like the quiz that you can't possibly get the right answer to. You know, it's just, you just can't possibly get the right answer. How can it be red? Oh, God. Okay, moving swiftly on. Oh, here we go. What are the 12 bends? I've given up now. Come on. What are the 12 bends? Somebody must know what the 12 bends are. 12 bends. What could 12 bends be? It must be, I have no idea. No idea whatsoever what 12 bends are. Oh, yeah. Actually, yeah, it might be a mountain chain, Matthew, or it could be lakes. What's like Ben Nevis? Bends, aren't bends, aren't bends like mountains and things? So like in Scotland, they're mountains, aren't they? Yeah, like Ben Nevis, etc. So what we're going to say, ancient there could be ancient mountains, it could be mountains. I think we're going to go for mountains. Should we go for mountains? We're going for mountains. The 12 bends are mountains. Yeah, we got one right. We got one right. The 12 bends are mountains. Yeah, Big Ben. Okay. Oh, we know this one as well. I know this one. This is going to be two that we're going to have got right. In 1986, which Bob received, that must have been Mr. Bean, Bob. Which Bob received an honorary knighthood after founding Band Aid? Now, we know the answer to that, don't we? Yeah. I think we all know the answer to that one. Thank God for that. We know the answer. It's Bob Geldof. Yay! Oh, there you go. There's two now that we've got. Number 17. Which Irish city is also known as the City of Tribes? I can't stand Bob Geldof personally, but at least we got the question right. Bob Geldof, I'm rich, I'm going to ask poor people to send money. Makes absolutely no difference, but just makes me famous. But anyway, so which Irish city is also known as the City of the Tribes? Do you know, I thought of Belfast first, Rio. So that was the first thing that came into my head, Belfast. So we're going to go, oh, Wendy's going with Limerick. Wendy, are you saying Limerick because you know, or are you just guessing? Because I think we're going to, oh God, we've got a Dublin now and a Galway. Right, what we're going to go for? Desi's passing. I think more people have said Belfast. Oh, of course, Belfast is in Northern Ireland. We're in Southern Ireland, so it's got to be somewhere in Southern Ireland. Galway. Yeah, we can't go with Belfast because it was the first thing that came into my, because it can't be Belfast because Belfast is Northern Ireland. It's got to be Dublin or City of the Tribes, City of the Tribes. It could be Galway, Londonderry we've got now, Cork, Highstone. Yeah, they've all got to be Southern Ireland, Caroline, because I think it's a Southern Ireland quiz. I think. Oh God, we've got too many different names now. I don't know which one to go for. Maybe we should, well, we could go for Belfast, but it's not in Southern Ireland. But more of us have said Belfast than anywhere else. I think then let's go for, oh God, we've got Tipperary now and Waterford and God knows where. Let's go for Dublin. Oh, it's Galway. Oh, somebody said Galway. Was it Jim? I think it might have been Jim who said Galway. But anyway, so some of you got it right. Galway. God. Which island off Cork has an observatory of migratory birds? Anybody know anything about birds? Anyone know anything about, oh, an island off Cork. So what are islands off Ireland? This is going to be something like the Mull of Kintyre or something like that, isn't it? It's going to be something like Kintyre or something. Anybody know anything about ornithology? Caroline knows they fly. Yeah. So do you think it could be somewhere like Kintyre? Schitt's Creek. Is Schitt's Creek an island? It could be. I have no idea. Right, this is going to be an island. We're looking for an island. No idea. I think I've got no idea about this one, but I'm going to say Kintyre, which I think is in Scotland, but never mind. Clear Island. Never heard of it. Never heard of it. Oh, we're not going to know this, are we? In which city is the Irish soap Fair City set? No idea. Well, it's got to be Dublin. I'm going to go for Dublin. Yeah, Dublin. See, I took the initiative there. I thought if it was an Irish soap, it's got to be set in a big city. So I just decided it was Dublin, and it is Dublin. What? Where in the Shannon estuary were transatlantic crossings initially made? That's a funny one. So where did Titanic sail from? Well, did it sail from Liverpool? But where would, ships that set sail for America, where that's a transatlantic crossing, isn't it? Where would they have left from? Shannon, possibly. Cork. Another pass. Southampton. It's not in Ireland, Rio, Southampton, funnily enough. Donegal, Cork. We've had a couple of Corks. Hi, Patriot. I think we should go for Cork. Oh, Tracy's saying Donegal. Titanic. Let's have a look. Do you know what? I don't care if you were Irish, you would not know the answers to some of these questions. Foynes. Never heard of it. Never heard of it. In which town in County Roscommon is the Irish Famine Museum? Why would you have a famine museum? You know, I'm not being funny, but why would you want to have a museum about the famine? You know, that's something we have a lot in Spain, like loads of museums about things like that you think, why would you want to go in what, you know, we've got a museum of salt. Why would you want to go to look at salt in a museum? It's not exactly interesting, is it? And I can't imagine going to see an Irish Famine Museum. Why would you want to go to see the Irish Famine Museum? It's not very beautiful. Wendy says, Starving Marvin. Potato Grove. Do you know one of these questions has got to have potato in the answer sooner or later, hasn't it? If you just keep saying potato, sooner or later you're going to have chips out. Oh dear me. Oh yes, don't, it's true. As a reminder, it can be prevented in the future, but it just, I don't know, just seems funny to me. So which town in County Roscommon is the Irish Famine Museum? We don't know, do we, basically? We just say it got Dublin again. It can't always be Dublin. Yes, I know it was a huge part of Irish history, but hungry. Oh, well, anybody, any ideas? Hi, DMV. Welcome to this really easy quiz. I don't even know any towns in County Roscommon, so I have no idea. I'm sorry, I know I shouldn't laugh, but you couldn't make it up, could you? It's Strokestown. Strokestown. So if you want to go and see the Irish Family Museum, it's in Strokestown. Now, maybe some of you might know this. If you like Big Brother, which Irish girl was the runner-up in the Channel 4 series Big Brother in 2000? You won't, DMV, none of us know any of the answers to any of them. But somebody might know the answer to this. If you like Big Brother, think back to 2000. An Irish girl was the runner-up. Which Irish girl? No idea. I don't. So Desi's never watched Big Brother. I don't watch it. Oh, Kim Kardashian. Jim's just saying what? So nobody knows. So this isn't even celebrity Big Brother. So it's not even like where you might think you know them. But which Irish girl was the runner-up in the Channel 4? I've no idea. I don't think we know this, do we? None of us know this. Now, Simon's saying Waxy O'Connor. I've no idea. Peggy, Anna. She had dark hair, but I don't remember her name. No. Let's have a look. I don't think we'll know this. Oh, Anna Nolan. Do you think she's one of the Nolans? Or some relative of the Nolans? Anyway, that's who it was. Now we're back to, remember Brian Friel that we'd never heard of, and now we know that he's a playwright, an Irish playwright. What is the name of the fictional town in Donegal where most of Brian Friel's plays are set? So, what is the name of the fictional town in Donegal? Now, I'm just going to go back up to see if it said anything. We had, he came up before, didn't he? Brian Friel. I bet it's that. Do you think it's Lugnasa? Because this was one of his plays, Dancing at Lugnasa. So it's possible that the answer to that, what is the name of the fictional town in Donegal where most of Brian Friel's plays are set? It could be that Lugnasa. So let's have a look. No, it's not. Oh my God, it's Ballybeg. Of course it is. Oh God, this is just going to get worse. In which museum is the Tara brooch? Any ideas? It could be in the bloody famine museum. I don't know. But in my dog, one of my dogs is on the roof barking at the whole village. In which museum is the Tara brooch? No idea. Belfast, Dublin. It's either Belfast or, oh, it can't be Belfast because that's Northern Ireland. Let's go with Dublin. Let's go with Dublin. Yeah, it is. It's in the National History Museum in Dublin. Now, I think I know the answer to this one. Which is the most famous title at the Tralee Festival? Now, remember earlier they were talking about the Rose of Tralee. So do you think that's the most famous title? Do you think that's the most famous title? The Rose of Tralee? I would say that. So I'm gonna go with the Rose of Tralee. I think it's the Rose of Tralee. Yeah, the Rose of Tralee. Oh, we're on a roll now. We've got 2 right. We've got 2 in a row right. The History Museum, the Dublin Museum, and the Rose of Tralee. Oh, and I'm sure someone will know this. Who duetted with Westlife? We are halfway. We're on number 26, Ali. We're on number 26 and there's 40, so we're over halfway. Who duetted with Westlife on Against All Odds? Now, I don't know this, but I think somebody will know this. Somebody will know who duetted with Westlife on Against All Odds. So we've got Sinead O'Connor, Kerry Katona, Lulu. Oh, now 2 people are saying Lulu there. There's O'Connor. Are we going with Lulu? Mello's saying Mariah Carey, I suppose you mean. But 2 people said Lulu. Oh, there you go. 3 people now have said Lulu. So we're going with Lulu. Oh, it was Mariah Carey. Oh, Mello, you were right. Hi, Yvonne. Oh, now Wesley's coming in with Carey and Charlie's coming in with it, but it was just too late. Sorry. No, you were right. It was Mariah Carey. I've never heard it. I don't know. Number 27. Which Irish saint is said to have discovered America 1,000 years before Columbus? Now, Who was the Irish saint said to have discovered America 1,000 years before Columbus? Yeah, I wondered if it might be Patrick as well. Do you think it was St. Patrick? A few people saying Terry Wogan. A few people saying St. Patrick. So let's go with St. Patrick. St. Brendan. I didn't even know Brendan was a saint. St. Brendan. Come on, St. Brendan. Never heard of a St. Brendan. Oh, dear me, my voice is going now. St. Brendan. Didn't even know there was one. Okay, number 28. Riley, get up on the chair. If you get up on the chair. No, get up on the chair. Riley's trying to say hello, but I want it. Come on the chair, not St. Brendan. I've never heard of a St. Brendan. In the Irish Broadcasting Company, RTE, what does the R stand for? What does the R stand for in RTE? It's got to be radio, hasn't it? Or radio something? Hi, yeah, Selena, I thought that. It's got to be radio, has it? Can't be royal, can it, Rio? In Southern Ireland, they don't have a royal family. Could be republic. It's more likely to be republic, because don't forget, in Southern Ireland, they're not, they're not, lucky them, they're not under our royal family, are they? I think it's either going to be radio or, Simon says, Rasta. It's either going to be radio or republic, possibly. Rio hasn't got a clue. Rasta, everyone said. More of you are saying Rasta than anything. I think it's either radio or republic. Radio and television area, yeah. Let's go with radio. Yeah. Now, do any of you watch Father Ted? I mean, Father Ted is so funny, isn't it? But I haven't seen every episode, so I don't know the answer to this, but some of you might know. What music competition did the priest from Father Ted once enter? You feel like it must be like the X Factor or something like that. So what music competition did the priest from Father Ted once answer? Yeah, we're doing well. We've got quite a few right. The ones that we don't get right, we would have no chance of getting, you'd have no chance of getting them right. Yeah, it could be Stars in Your Eyes, Stone. Or Ireland's Got Talent. I think it could be Stars in Your Eyes. I don't think it's going to be Eurovision. Right, we've got to choose really between Stars in Your Eyes or X Factor or something like that. It could be Eurovision, actually, I suppose. Is anybody saying it's Eurovision because they know it's Eurovision? Oh yeah, Mello says they called it the Euro Song Contest. Right, we're going with Eurovision then. Yeah, the Eurovision Song Contest. Well done. Oh look, see, we're finishing well here. We started off shite, but we're getting a bit better. We won't know this, I don't think. Which shellfish is the theme of a Galway Bay festival at the start of the season? Anyone? Anyone? Which shellfish is the theme of a Galway Bay festival at the start of the season? So Wendy's going with lobster. Oh, 2 lobsters. I think Amethyst is saying prawn there, but she spelt it wrong and put shrawn. But I think she means prawn. Alana's saying lobster, Rio's saying crab. We've got snails, we've got oyster, we've got Irish clam, cockle, oyster, scallop, crab. Oh my God, come on, I've got mussels. Mussels. Right, what are we going for? We're going for oyster. Oh, there's a lot for scallops. Tracy needs a coffee. And her whale, Claire's saying. Right, come on, what we got? It's either lobster or I'm going with oyster. Oyster. Yeah, oyster. We're definitely getting better. What does a circle in the centre of a Celtic cross represent? Anybody know what the circle in the centre of a Celtic cross represents? I'm trying to think. What would it represent? A circle. Is it the Blarney Stone? Church. Could be the church. The sun we've got. God. The sun again. Peace. Reincarnation. Life, death and rebirth. Oh my God. An octopus. A womb. Oh my God. Circle of life. Sunrise. I think it must be the church, mustn't it? Surely it must be the church. Infinity, an eye, a circle of life. We had circle of life twice there. Are you saying circle of life because you know that's true, or are you just saying it like just for something to say? Clam. Right, a few people have said circle of life, so I'm going to go with circle of life. Am I? Bring peace. The circle of the eternal cycle of death. Simon says, please insert coin. Right, I'm going with the circle of life. Oh, the sun. Somebody said the sun. It's the sun. It represents the sun. So the circle in the centre of the Celtic cross represents the sun. Okay, next one. What was, see, we're on 32 now. We've only got 8 to go. You'll be sorry when it's finished. What was the Irish Examiner previously called? No idea. I have no idea what the Irish Examiner was previously called. Potato, Wendy says. Was it called previously the British Examiner? Was it called a different nationality of examiner? Herald. So what was the Irish? What was the Irish Examiner previously called? Yeah, it could have just been the Examiner instead of the Irish Examiner, the Irish News, the Coroner. Potato. Potatoes. I can't believe we haven't had an answer with potato in it yet. There's been no potato in there. Oh, the Daily Mirror, maybe. So the Irish Examiner is a newspaper, DMV. It's a newspaper. So what was it called before? It was probably the news of the world. So, Tracy, what did you say it was? Yeah, it's a newspaper. Tracy's saying love. What would it be, love? Irish Observer, that's a good guess, Desi. The Times, the Irish Times. There's a few people saying the Irish Times. Oh, Gazette, that's a good one. I'm going to go with the Irish Times only because a few people are saying it, but it could be anything. Oh, the Cork Examiner. Somebody said Cork. Jim said Cork shite, so he had Cork in it at least. So previously it was called the Cork Examiner. Now this has got to be potato, surely. What commodity were Ireland the largest exporter of in early 2000? Is this going to be potato? Surely this is going to be potato. Potato's got to come in here somewhere. It's got to be potatoes, this one, surely. Claire's tried to answer potatoes to every question, so sooner or later potatoes has got to be an answer. No, it's not potatoes. It's computer software. Oh dear me. So it's not potatoes at all. Oh, yeah, Guinness, Susan. We should have guessed Guinness, but we would have been wrong as well. It's computer software, of all things. You would oh, DMV, horse me. You would never have guessed that, would you? I don't know why, just wouldn't, but just would never have guessed that. Computer software, there you go. Okay, anybody seen The Crying Game? Which Oscar did it win? For Neil Jordan's film, The Crying Game. Anybody seen it? I don't think I've seen it, The Crying Game. Let me think, The Crying Game. I don't think I have seen it. So, Stone saying the best screenplay, best hair. Mello saying the best hair. Can't be potatoes, this one. Best scenery, best set. Not a clue. So, it's funny that I think it must be like, I'm going to go with screenplay just because if it was best actor, wouldn't it say the name of the actor rather than the name of the film? So I'm going to go, it could be the best theme song, but I'm going to go with the cry. It's the cry. Maybe it is the best. Oh no, you confused me now. I was going to say best script, best screenplay. It could be anything, couldn't it? We just don't know, do we? We don't know. Could be best music, best director. It could be anything. I presume that Neil Jordan is the director. So maybe it was best director. Basically, we don't know. We don't know. So let's just have a look. Screenplay. Yeah, that's what I think it was Stone who said it originally, or Simon. I can't remember who said it originally, but yeah, I should have stuck with that. Screenplay. Good job, but there's not money at stake here. So a Samuel Beckett and a play, I presume they mean. A Samuel Beckett play and an American situation comedy have the same title. What is it? So what's a Samuel Beckett play? Was it Samuel Beckett that wrote Waiting for Godot or not? The Big Bang, Wendy's saying I don't. The Big Bang, maybe. Under Milkwood, was that Samuel Beckett? I know Sam Beckett reminds us of a certain Mr. Ansel. Friends. It could be Friends. Could be Friends, Rio. Could be right there. Yeah, I thought Waiting for Godot was a Samuel Beckett play, but I don't think there's an American sitcom called Waiting for Godot. Is there, or is there? Quantum Leap. But is there an American sitcom called Quantum Leap? Pass. Let's just have a look at what it is. So it just makes me laugh when we're just so far off. It's just like nobody suggested Happy Days. I didn't know there was a Samuel Beckett play called Happy Days. But I do remember Happy Days, the Fonz and all that. Do you remember the Fonz? Henry Winkler. Yeah. Okay, number 36, only 4 to go. What character from radio, literary film and comic strip has been played by an Englishman, a Scotsman, an Australian, and an Irishman? Is this James Bond, do you think? What do you think? Hi, Susan. So what character from radio, literary, film and comic strip has been played by an Englishman, a Scotsman, an Australian, and an Irishman? I think this might be James Bond, is it? Yeah. Because Batman, Wendy's saying, Wendy, you're not very good at quizzes. It doesn't say it's a comedy. Could be Sherlock Holmes. But see, so James Bond, he's been played by... Who's the Australian that he's been played by? Claire, Mr. Magoo. Or Doctor Who. Could be Doctor Who. Comic strip, though. It says comic strip. Who was the Australian that played James Bond? So no, is Pierce Brosnan Australian? I thought he was Irish. Oh, George Lazenby, was he Australian? Anyway, we're going for James Bond. Yeah, James Bond, yeah. Oh, we're doing really well now. A traditional Irish stew contains which meat? So it's got to be... Well, I'm saying it's got to be, and now I don't know if it's pork or beef. What does an Irish stew? Is it pork or beef? What meat does it have in it? Des is saying beef. Oh, Rio's saying lamb. We've got beef, lamb, corn, sheep, lamb, beef, lamb, mutton. Yeah, lamb. I think it must be mutton. I think it's probably mutton. Let's have a look. Lamb, traditionally kid. Oh, Oh, I can't eat lamb. I don't eat lamb. No, I eat very little meat. I do eat chicken occasionally, but lamb just seems wrong to eat lamb, doesn't it? But anyway, it's it's no different from eating chicken, I suppose. So a traditional Irish stew contains lamb, but it could be mutton, I suppose. Okay, number 38. Which children's computer animated film? So a children's computer animated film used the song "The Boys Are Back in Town" by Thin Lizzy. I love that song. The boys are back in town. Yeah, very good song. Thin Lizzy, very good. So which children's computer animated film used that song? I don't know. The boys are back in town. Who would that be? A computer animated film. Stone's going for Bob the Builder. It could be. The Irish Scooby-Doo. Mello's got no idea. Cars. Alana, are you saying that because you know that or because you're just guessing? Minions. Could be the Minions. Oh, we've got 2 for Cars. Small Soldiers. Postman Pat. The Irish Chipmunks. I think because we've got 2 for Cars, I think we're going to go with Cars. Because everybody else is passing. No way! Is it Toy Story? I've seen all the Toy Stories. I don't remember that song. I've seen every single Toy Story film. Toy Story it is apparently. I'm sorry, but I've watched all the Toy Story films and I know that song and I don't remember that song being in it. But anyway, here's an easy one. To make an Irish coffee, what alcohol ingredient would you use? So, to make an Irish coffee, come on, everybody knows this. Yeah, I think they're lying there. And what's it got to do? Oh, I suppose it is to do with Ireland because Thin Lizzy, Phil Lynott, wasn't he, the lead singer? He was Irish. So to make an Irish coffee, what alcohol ingredient would you use? We all know that, don't we? It's whiskey. It's got to be whiskey, hasn't it? It's got to be whiskey. Yeah, whiskey. And we know this one because we've watched him tonight. This is obviously an old quiz. Which Irishman has presented the Eurovision Song Contest for the BBC since 1978? And we've watched him tonight. And of course, it's funny because it's an Irishman. Why is it always Irish people? So it was this man, and then of course it's Graham Norton at the moment. He's Irish, isn't he? I think he is. We're back to Eamon Holmes again. So Eamon Holmes, Clay, if you say it often enough, it's like potato. You hope that the right answer will come up in the end. But of course, it's Terry Wogan because we looked at him tonight, didn't we? We watched him tonight. So that's got to be Terry. Hey! So there you go. We finished quite well there. We did okay. See, now we're not all Irish, or probably none of us are complete. I mean, I'm a quarter Irish, but I didn't know half of those questions. So see, now we're not Irish. I think we did quite well in that quiz because they weren't easy questions. They were not easy questions. They were difficult questions. So look, one of my hair clips has fallen out and it was just lying on my shoulder. Okay, so that's it. So I hope you've enjoyed it. Anyway, I know the quiz was difficult. I hope you've enjoyed having a drink and just having a bit of a chat and a laugh. Now, something that Jean was saying earlier, I just want to have a look at the news because I think Jean said that they found a body. Let's have a look. Because, you know, we've been following this case of Riley Strain. I don't want to put a dampener on things. Oh. There's nothing coming up on the news here. Anyway, we'll look at it in the morning. Yeah, because it just put down. But so I hope you've enjoyed we've had a bit of a laugh, haven't we? I hope you've enjoyed looking at the doll's house and having a quiz. Quizzes are fun. Ah, right, it's a false alarm, Jean. Okay. So yeah, sometimes it's nice just to have a bit of fun. I'm really taken with my hat, actually. I really like my hat. And I suppose I could just take them off and put different things on for whatever we're doing. And then I'd never have to do my hair again. It has been fun. It's been fun. And thank you so much, Claire, especially for the doll's house and everything. It was lovely. And yeah, that was our celebration of St. Pat's Day. I hope you all have a nice evening, or it depends. Some of you, it's your morning. I know the mornings, you've got your day ahead of you. For some of you, it's Monday morning now, isn't it? For me, it's not Monday yet, but no, I don't think it is Riley. Ali, it's a woman, apparently. So, but they found his credit card near the river. So I saw that. But anyway, it was good fun. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thank you to 411 who gifted a membership. Yeah, I may do a St. George's Day quiz. I'm not sure yet, Susan. We'll see what happens. But we'll see what's going on. And anyway, remember to live and love wisely, carefully. You know, try some quiz nights maybe, and also be careful with your olive oil. And I will see you as always really soon in the next video. I'm just going to clean up a load of olive oil up off of the floor now, and I will see you really soon in the next video. And until then, may your God go with you. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye.